Yo, what's good, family? We're back at it, exposing the nonsense and keeping it 100. Today, we're diving into some wild comments from none other than Tommy Sotomayor. Y'all know him, the dude who's famous for throwing the black community under the bus and pretending like the rest of the world act like angels. In a recent live stream, this man had the audacity to compare PDF file stats between black folks and white folks, and let me tell you, y'all know he was swinging for the other team. Let's break it down and set the record straight. Buckle up, this is going to be a good one. Take a look at this clip. Remember, like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Let's get at it. Let's go.
Tommy, don't talk no numbers, Tommy. They go and look at you sideways. How you know about
Control yourself.
Both of y'all had a
listen. Me and Tommy met in person, so I'm not trying to hear your bullshit.
Oh my God! Stop the groupie shit.
Talk about glazing.
Let's say this. Both of y'all sort of had a point when somebody said, well, do the numbers not matter when they're not in your favor versus do they matter when they are in your favor? I.e., when he brings up World War II, well, that shouldn't matter, or World War I, but then it should matter when they bring up the black community and the crime that they commit now versus the other communities. Somebody said earlier that whites commit more. I don't like when y'all say that. Whites commit more pedophilia and teachers sleeping with the students more. That's actually not true. The difference is blacks are bigger degenerates, meaning this. If our son f***s the teacher, one, usually the father's not there, and two, we give him a clap on the back. Because every time y'all see a black student, and this is not a lie, every time they see a black student f***ing a teacher, what does every other black male say? I wouldn't have told.
How do you account for that, though?
Huh?
White kids do the same thing.
How do you account for that? We're accounting for people that has been arrested for that crime.
No, what I'm saying is you have to be, somebody has to tell, though. And
yeah, black people don't report that shit.
Same thing
there's not a guy
goes on the white folks.
Who's at
Come
home
on, that's what
right now you can go see white people saying it on the white post with the white teacher.
No,
They're saying the same thing.
It's what if.
Who is turning that in? In a black neighborhood, I saw it happen all the time. It happened to me. A 25-year-old woman tried to fuck me at 10. I was 10.
Okay.
Nobody said a fucking word. When I told, they laughed. There's no black man that's going to tell the story of a woman trying to be with him. Then when I told the story as an adult, you know what the nigga said? I was gay. Y'all can go back and listen. When I told the story, he didn't like it. He was gay. There is nobody that feels bad for a black male for being sexually harassed by a black female. So there is no I'm the black teacher that's fucking the black student, and anyone gives a shit. Who cares? Let's be honest. As a matter of fact, when males are raping little black boys, they can't say anything because when they do, they get called gay. Use a fag. You must have liked it. You must have made this person want to do it. So then the black dudes who have had this happen won't say it. There's too much that's why R. Kelly was able to survive as long as he did. In my own neighborhood, I heard them calling little girls fast just because they had breast and butt and that they got what they got. Right now, there are older women having their younger women sell ass to the point of where y'all got movies and TV shows to that point.
This is such a deflection.
This is
such a deflection.
Hold on, wait a minute. What am I?
It's a high deflection.
Hold on,
such a deflection. Oh my God! Like
I'm not arguing over y'all. You said you cut me off and said I'm deflecting. I stopped and said, "What am I deflecting about?"
You're deflecting based on
No. Like, let's not interrupt. Let Tommy finish. Don't interrupt him, please, because if I drop you one more time, I'm not going to bring you up. I promise you that. Go ahead, Tommy.
I didn't even mind him doing that, but if I stopped and said something, talk to me like a fucking man or leave me alone, you fucking pussy. Every time I'm around, you got something to say. So shut the fuck up when I'm around, because I don't bother you. But I was nice enough to say what I'd say wrong, and you just keep arguing with me. Who does that? This is why nobody want to argue with niggas or have niggas back on their side, because they're children. You could disagree with me just like I would disagree with you. I wouldn't do that stupid shit to you. Anyway, you put your thumbs up your ass, bitch. That's why you always want to talk to me when I'm around you. No, I don't know you. Hate sissy motherfuckers. I hope Max call y'all as many niggas as he can and piss y'all off as many times as he can, because I hate you niggas. The world hates you niggas.
I don't use the ER, bro.
I'm just saying, they just fuck
I
with
agree
people
with
for
you.
no reason. I stopped and said, tell me what I'm deflecting, and I'll address you. Nah, he just wants to keep repeating it.
I got muted. I got muted. You idiot. Nobody cares about
No,
you,
you
Tommy.
didn't.
Shut the fuck up and continue.
Then you
You're
should
not
have
a
said
victim.
shit to me, bitch.
You're
I
not a
asked you a
victim.
long time
You
ago.
came into
I'm not
space.
talking
You will get addressed. You came into space. Shut the fuck up. Continue. You're not a
Yes,
victim.
that's right. Yeah,
You're not
you a
a
hoe.
victim.
You
Nobody
always
cares
been
about
addressed.
you.
You a hoe nigga. You stay in a dress.
Nobody cares about you. Let's go. Continue.
So then shut the
I
up.
will. Continue.
Jelani, how can you say that to him after what he just said?
Thank you.
I'm sorry. Hey, Tommy, I feel you, but Jelani, like, how can you say that, man? What's
Mind
wrong?
your business, Arlen.
Like,
See?
I'm
And somebody else
sorry,
got to mind their business.
but it's just,
Yeah,
Mind
yeah,
your
yeah.
business. You see how you
That's a
getting in this.
definition of a bitch ass
Mind
nigga.
your
well,
business.
we're all
It
here
goes back
together,
to what
so
Max
that's
was
what we
saying.
do.
Sometimes y'all want to
Go
care,
ahead.
and
You are
sometimes you
not a
don't.
victim,
When
Tommy.
you do it, it's
Finish the
okay.
story.
When
You came
someone
here
else does
talking
it, they
shit.
need to
You
mind
will
their
get
business.
addressed.
I didn't say shit to you, so I don't need to be addressed by
No,
you,
no,
ho.
no, no. You will get addressed in the space. So hush and stop being a victim. Continue, dude. Damn.
Okay, so Jelani, okay, keep it up. Go ahead, Tommy.
You don't worry, he's a bitch. This motherfucker get her pom-poms and panties get wet every time I show up. Some stupid shit, groupie ass niggas. Thinking it don't make them gay because they argue at you. I want y'all all to understand this. This nigga, if you compliment another man, they say you're sucking his dick riding. But they don't think that's what you're doing when you constantly got something negative to say to a man that ain't trying to address you. That's more dick riding than anything.
You're right.
Now let me ask y'all something. I'm not trying to say something y'all don't know. Y'all, anybody who's black and lived in a black neighborhood, y'all know that the idea of sex and underage is something that we just accept. Who do you tell? That's how R. Kelly got away with it for so long. That's how it happened to him. There's nobody, we know plenty of black girls who get pregnant by a nigga older than them. And it is a thing. My aunt had a baby at 13. The nigga who got her pregnant was 29. Nothing happened. Another cousin got pregnant at 16. Nigga got her pregnant was 30. Nothing happened. Nia Long just told a story. What was her story? She said at 15 she had a 30-year-old boyfriend. And who did she say hooked her up with him? The mother. These are common stories that we hear. And if we hear them and the person tells them like they're not a problem, then maybe we need to start addressing the fact that it seems so commonplace. So when we have these statistics, when it comes to murder rate in the black community, that blacks are killing blacks, I understood what the brother was saying when he said, well, if you live where Donald Trump lived, why do you give a shit about that stat? Well, that is true. But also, if you're black then, and ain't no white man beating you or doing nothing to you, then why do you give a shit about the stat of what whites are doing? If whites are molesting, they're not molesting you. If whites are killing, why is it that you want to say something about one white person that kills a black person when you know that you rarely have an opportunity to get killed by a black person? You rarely have an opportunity to get killed by a black cop. A white cop. So what the fuck are we marching about that? So it's backwards when we start thinking it, because I just believe in this phrase. By that logic, let's just handle things. If you're going to say this is important, then let's say, okay, then it should be important on the other side. If we say that whites don't have to worry about black violence, we also should look at the cross-racial violence. And they happen to be victims of it more than we are. There ain't no white man that's just going around fucking up a black folks' store. Name the last time you seen a black store and white man came in and fucked it up, tore everything up. But you've seen a black person do it. When's the last time you seen a white person rob a black house? When's the last time you seen a black person rob a white house? When's the last time you seen a white person rape a black woman? When's the last time you seen a black man rape a white woman? When's the last time you seen a white man kill a black woman? When's the last time you seen a black man kill a white woman? And you could keep going down those statistics and say, maybe it's important to them because they're saying it's bleeding over to them. Does that make sense? I'm just saying, like, if you have a bunch of crime, they're saying it's bleeding over to them.
Makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, that's all. That's all.
All right, let's get to it. Tommy's out here claiming black folks are bigger degenerates when it comes to being a PDF file, saying that we report less crimes because apparently we're out here high-fiving our kids for getting preyed on. He's painting a picture like the black community is just cool with predators running wild while white folks are out here supposedly locking theirs up. I mean, let's check the math, because I smell cap. First off, Tommy's acting like black folks are uniquely silent on sexual abuse. But let's flip the script with some actual numbers. According to the United States Sentencing Commission in 2022, 57.5% of sexual abuse offenders were white, 16.1% were black, 12.1% were Native American, and 11.8% were Hispanic. And when it comes to child pornography production, a whopping 74.6% of offenders were white. Hold up, Tommy, your degenerate narrative is crumbling. White folks are overrepresented in these stats relative to their population share, which is about 60% non-Hispanic in the U.S. Meanwhile, black folks are about 13% of the population, are nowhere near the majority here. So who's really here slipping through the cracks and getting swept under the rug? But wait, let's be honest. Tommy has a story about a 25-year-old woman trying to mess with him when he was 10 years old and nobody cared. Honestly, that's heartbreaking, no cap. But honestly, here's the thing. He's using his personal trauma to blanket the entire black community as if we're all out here just shrugging our shoulders at predators. Nah, fam, that ain't it. Sexual abuse is underreported everywhere, not just in the black neighborhoods and black community. Studies show victims across all communities face stigma like shame and disbelief, when it comes to speaking up and speaking out. The National Sexual Violence Resource Center says about 25 to 30% of sexual assaults are reported to police, period. Race doesn't change that math. So tell me, why y'all here acting like as if black folks are the only problem here? You're deflecting harder than a politician. Now let's talk about this black folks don't snitch narrative Tommy's trying to push. He's saying that we don't report predators because we're too busy calling the victims gay or fast. Once again, you're cherry picking from anecdotes and acting like they're stats. Yeah, there's cultural stigma around reporting in some communities, whether it's black, white, or otherwise. But let's not pretend like white folks out here singing to the cops every time something happens. Look at the cases like Jeffrey Epstein or Larry Nassar, for decades of abuse, hundreds of victims, mostly white, and where were the reports? It was crickets for years. The Catholic Church, same story. Power and privilege protects predators, not just black culture. So, like I say, Tommy's out here blaming us while ignoring the system that lets a lot of people slide through the cracks. If they have clout and money. And don't get me started on Tommy's white folks aren't hurting us rant, talking about if white folks are M-wording somebody, they're not N-wording you. Like black victims don't exist across racial crimes. Tell that to the black kids preyed upon by white teachers, coaches, clergy. The FBI's 2020 crime stats show that in sexual assault cases, victims and offenders often know each other, regardless of race. Cross-racial abuse happens, it's not a myth. And when you downplay that to prop up your black folks or the problem narrative, you're doing the community dirty, in my opinion. You're out there sounding like the mouthpiece for the folks that don't rock with us anyway and never have. And I understand, Tommy has a platform and, he's choosing to use it to tear down the black community while giving a pass to the systems that harms pretty much everybody, not just even the black community. He's all about black crime stats when it comes to his narrative, but when the numbers flip, like when it comes to these M-wording stats, he's suddenly quiet. If you're gonna talk numbers, talk all numbers. Don't just cherry pick to make us seem like the bad guy. And this whole black folks accept underage sex nonsense, that's a tired old myth and a stereotype. There's plenty of other cultures out here that proudly do that. That's something black American culture has never done and never been proud of. We have issues, no doubt, but so does everybody. The difference is you out here acting like we the only ones. Here's the real deal. Tommy's takes are less about truth and more about clout and being a shock jock, mostly. He's built a brand out bashing the black community and black folks while pretending it's tough love. But when you're out here saying that white folks are less degenerate despite the stats, you're not keeping it real, you're pandering. And for what? A pat on the head for people that never seen us as equal in the first place? We need to call out all pretenders and predators. Whether it's black folks, white folks, polka dot, doesn't matter to me. But we also need to call out people like Tommy who twist the narrative to divide us. So that's my word on the Grassroots family. Just saw that piece there and wanted to speak on it and, get my 2 cents in. But y'all let me know what y'all think down in the comments below. Are y'all rocking with what Tommy said? If you all, say that. If you're not, say that too. You know how we do it, man. We going uncensored. But like I say, remember, like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Till next time, stay woke, stay true, stay loud, stay vigilant, keep it grassroots. Everybody keep their head up. Till next time, peace.